A little late today. I was having technical difficulties with my game save, and as you can see, it did not go well. I was unable to rectify the situation. So I have started a new campaign, and to one of my favorite creatures of the Warhammer universe. We're going to play with the guy who has the squigs. I do love the squigs. So, as far as the game goes, we're going to have to restart. Unfortunately, my save data, the mod updated and my save data got corrupted in the process. So, I was unable to rectify that situation. But, life goes on. I need months before I need that. Growth. Alrighty. Oh, I don't have nearly as much money. Terrible. Well, so basically, this group only gets gobbies. So, that'll be a little bit different. It'll be fun. And I have I get a hold of the squig riders and the squigs and all that fun stuff. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. Do need well, I've got 3 up there, but I've only got 1 archer unit. I'd rather take the archer unit. We're just gonna end that turn, and then we'll get to the lovely news. Oh, you can go into the army there, bud. Okay. Kind of obvious that I go this route. Alright, I will end that turn after we have a lovely video here for your enjoyment, everybody. Bex says, oh no, not the technical difficulties. And squigs! Yeah, but here's a lovely video of why you shouldn't own a Chihuahua, because they're evil. And into traffic it goes. Ah, 2020. But yeah, the up here we have for the news. We have the Wisconsin Supreme Court claiming that because certain people don't have their crap together, other people, nobody's getting their mail-in ballots in Wisconsin. Understandable. There's a big uproar about it, but in all honesty, they did the correct thing. I'll talk more about that. I will cover the fires in a little bit. I'm going to take a slightly different take on it, because what I dislike is the fires rage out west are unprecedented. They're also a mere preview for a challenge for what climate change has in store. We have the top Medicaid office racked up $3.5 million in consulting charges and billed it to the taxpayers. Yeah. Kind of a sad but funny little thing about a guy who is an expert in Amazon tribes, was killed by an arrow as he approached an indigenous group he was seeking to shield. And then we have our good news for the day. I always like to, you can kind of see it up there if you're looking, but I like to try to keep that a little under wraps. I will also be covering 9/11. I'm not going to use anybody else's news source for that. I'm going to give you my own news source. And no, it's not conspiracy theory ridden. We will start off with the Wisconsin Supreme Court, and then we'll get into the game a little bit more. Again, I do apologize for being late this morning. So we'll have to hurry things along a little bit. I'll kind of read their blurb here. The 4-5 decision was Wisconsin's Supreme Court was split among partisan lines, with all 4 conservative judges agreeing that the process of mail-out ballots must be paused, while the 3 liberals dissended. Basically, they didn't vote, but yeah. The possible inclusion of the Green Party presidential candidate, Howie Hawkins, on general election ballots could tip the scales of a razor-thin contest between President Trump and Democrat nominee Joe Biden. So, there is a Green Party president candidate. I'm not going to lie, I didn't know that. I had no freaking clue who that was. Oh, I left the tab down. Hold on. Let's take a look at this individual real quick. Where'd he go? We'll just click on the first one here. See what we get. 2020 days so far. The search for interest in Hawkins as a candidate has sat at 0%. Meanwhile, by early Wednesday morning, interest in Donald Trump, the Republican, stood at 52%, Democrat 46%, Biden. So basically, we have the Libertarian Party sitting at 2%. Sure, you guys can jump in the Discord, absolutely. Always welcome.
Because we're on a phone.
Yes, absolutely. That's fine.
I have Nate with me.
Hey, Natey. Apparently he doesn't want to talk.
You have to speak up, dude.
Hello.
There you go. Don't sound so effeminate, though. That was kind of creepy. But yeah, so this is the current interest in polling. So Howie Hawkins is the person over here. Now, this is one MSN's idea of what the polls look like. So, I don't know. Libertarian Party also is on there at 2%. But the point is that this dude will steal votes from him, from Joe Biden. And Wisconsin wants to push out their ballots immediately, at least the liberal judges do, because they don't want a single solitary vote stolen away from Mr. Biden. This is one reason why mail-in ballots in general are a bad idea. Because in a mail-in ballot, once you send it out, there's no changing it. Now, the ballots you get during the actual election time frame can be changed as soon as you, like, the moment you walk in that door, they can actually change the ballot ahead of time. While informing all those who have already voted that day, if it changes after starting of voting, that they can then go back and re-vote. This is something that's long been in case, but absentee ballots and mail-in ballots don't have that option. There's a reason why the system we've had in place for a very long time is the system we've had. No comments from the peanut gallery?
Oh, we were just agreeing with you.
Yes.
Now, you
Oh.
know my thoughts on mail-in ballots.
Ah, you know what? I do, yes. How about you tell him? Because I think it's very pertinent.
Well, mine is coming from the position of somebody who had been, in an abusive relationship, obviously not now. I wasn't allowed to have a political opinion for a very long time. And I know that if a mail-in ballot were to come to the house, that I wouldn't be allowed to even touch it. Like, it would be done for me. And that's my concern for other people, and not even just women. There are men in relationships or, like that as well, where they don't actually have a say and somebody else has it for them. But when you go to an actual polling place, it's private. It's, there's anonymity in the voting box. Nobody's allowed in there with you. And so you're allowed to cast your vote as you please. So those are my thoughts. It's a risk for people who are, in a controlling relationship. It can be
And
used as coercive control again.
right. Same holds true. I know you said men are too, but it's not just a male-female situation either. There has long been a precedence of uh, homosexual women, the dominant woman being overbearing and doing a very similar thing to the uh, underdominant or submissive woman in that particular situation, where
Actually, abuse.
they have a higher rate of it. I don't have the percentages in front of me, so I'm not going to quote them for you. You can look them up yourself, but by all means, they have a higher percentage of that than male to female.
Well, and that's one of the things people don't understand, that abuse, it comes in all shapes, sizes, colors, orientations, genders, everything. It's just one person that wants to control another person. No matter what that looks like as far as your relationship. I mean, it could be a parent and a child too. If you have an adult child or a disabled human being in your house with you, somebody could just cast their vote for them and they'd never know.
Exactly.
There's no checks and balances as far as this is the person that's voting.
Right. No, I agree with you. Does the other peanut gallery on the field down in the
Oh,
have any comments on the voting?
he's just enjoying that. We turned the air conditioning on in here, and he's just
Yeah,
enjoying it.
I understand that.
It's 75 in here right now, down from 80 something.
Jesus. When asked what would happen if the justices order other candidates to be added to the ballots after they have already been printed, Wolf said that it would be incredibly complicated and difficult. Clerks in smaller jurisdictions across the state are likely to have already sent some ballots to voters, Wolf added.
But there's always a write-in option, for that.
Not on the absentees.
Ah, that sucks.
That's why this is a thing. That's why they did this.
I've always voted in person. I like it's a ritual. You go down there, you do your civic duty, you get a sticker that just looks completely badass. Come on, it's a flag.
Hey,
It's awesome.
it's a sticker now, which is disappointing. We used to get pins for fuck's sake.
I've always gotten a sticker. Where did you get a pin? I'm jealous.
Yeah, pins. The state's high court said that Wisconsin Election Commission must inform the court by the end of the day on Thursday whether absentee ballots have been mailed, and we don't have a. Hold on. All right. Hawkins was one of the two candidates that was denied a position on general election ballots by Wisconsin Election Commission. The other is rapper Kanye West, who has filed a lawsuit seeking to overturn that decision. The lawsuit is still pending and could also impact the ballot printing process.
Just because you don't agree with a candidate doesn't mean they don't deserve to be on a ballot. If they're a qualified candidate, they get to be on the ballot. That's just how it goes. You don't have to like it because you don't have to vote for them. But everybody deserves the opportunity to vote for any qualified candidate.
Yep.
I mean, I'm very sad that I can't write in Kermit the Frog, but, it is what it is.
So how is the move going down there at Zbart in Knoxville. Not sponsored, but still giving out the props. They'll be opening up a new area over in northern Knoxville. Yep, northern Knoxville.
Address to be determined.
Address to be determined, apparently. But yeah, it's off of Clinton Highway, yes?
We're looking at a couple sites right now. The best option is in the North Knoxville area.
Yeah.
So that is the officialness.
Okay, awesome. Good to hear.
So, but yeah, we're finishing up the last bit of this stuff, getting everything packed up, and gonna move some car detailing fun.
All right, and then it states in here, in 2016, Green Party candidate Jill Stein, which, I already closed it. I'm so terrible about doing that. That's not the same person, is it? Maybe. I thought her name was Jill. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The Green Party candidate received 31,072 votes in Wisconsin. That tally is greater than a 22,748 vote margin that handed Trump a victory in the state over Democrat nominee Hillary Clinton. So right here they're showing that it is important that the Green Party and all the other candidates get their voice in there, because it does more than, like, if some people want to vote Kanye West, which I thought he dropped out of the election, to tell you the truth.
I think so too.
Because he did the whole I'm bipolar thing, which, sorry. We know you're bipolar. You married a Kardashian. Only insane people do that. Or people with mental illness. I apologize.
I would say, you know what, mental illness aside, he just makes poor life decisions.
Yeah, he married a Kardashian. And then named his daughter North.
Northwest?
Yes.
That's terrible. Who does such a... I mean, there are some...
Like it broke her brain.
Lord have mercy. No, I used to babysit for twins named Sterling and Silver. It's like, stop doing this, people. No, it's cute when they're 3 months old and giggly and in a car seat, but no, this is an adult that has to go look for a job eventually.
Yeah, because I can see it now. You're driving in your car and your kid in the backseat does something stupid. At the same moment, someone asks you, like, which direction was it again? And you go, damn it, Northwest! Now they think they're yelling at you, but they're actually yelling at the kid. Nobody knows it's a car accident, 52-car pileup. Oh my God, it's horrible!
Or just it screws with every single GPS unit known to man.
There you go. Poor Google will have nothing but fits with this.
Oh, don't keep saying that, because it'll activate on my phone. Stop it. Stop it.
Okay, Google.
Hey. You turned on Nate's too.
I love being me. All right.
Hey.
But yeah, so in my opinion, 100% they did the correct thing by stopping the vote, or stopping the ballots going out, because they do need to be redone. Are we still live over there?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I had a phone call come in.
That's fine. I just wanted to make sure.
I think my lunch delivery just canceled on me.
Tragedy.
I did, however, have a morning coffee delivery, so, there was that.
There you go.
There is no coffee over here. It's horrible, people.
Yeah, coffee shortages everywhere. Damn coop. All right, but yes, they did the correct thing. More states need to be making sure that they're doing the correct thing. Because by subverting what's on the ballot is a way for them to subvert the election. And I've already got my quandaries about the validity of most of these elections this year. Anyway. All right, on to the next. Oh, and if you notice up here, normally I have some Fox News stuff, but literally there was nothing but September the 11th stuff on Fox today. They just jump on that bandwagon and ride it all the way home.
Did you tell Jonas happy birthday yet?
I have not. I was going to be at the end.
Oh, okay.
All right. So now we're moving on to 11:30. We will be hitting the next round button and getting ourselves an archer unit, and then we're gonna go fight some dwarves.
Orcs, 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 orcs.
Yes. It does suck that I lost. I was doing really well in that other campaign too. I'm kind of irritated by that. I'm having a. Is that you or me on the audio?
I went outside. I'm peeling
Okay.
stickers off windows, and it's not one of those like happy vinyl stickers that comes off. They just put a freaking sticker, huge letters, all over the window. I have to scrape it off.
Oh, okay. Round and round the spinner goes. Where it stops, nobody cares.
Not really.
My lord, there's so many tribes. So many, not tribes, but factions. Where'd the dwarfy dwarf go? He went back to his home.
You want schemes? I got schemes.
I have no
Oh, he's
vision.
over here. So,
No.
looks like I'm going to have to double up on that. So I'm going to get me some more archers.
I'm imagining this really hard.
Oh, sorry.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't expecting to have to do that today.
I warned you we would hop on, hopefully.
We'll give ourselves that too.
Waiting for stuff to show up.
Should be on. I clicked to go live for Discord.
Oh, there we go.
Alrighty. Another spin around the old bush here, and then we should be able to get to the orcs'. Look at him. Look at the squig. Oh, look at him. He's running around in circles.
You have a dancing squig?
Yeah, he's running around me.
Aw, he's little. Hold on. I'm on my phone.
I'll zoom in when it gets done.
He's done dancing.
No, when I'm done, and I'm stuck in end turn. It's going around and around and around. Technology researched.
Orc technology is a frightening thought.
It's awesome. See the squig.
Aw, okay. There we go. There's a squig.
Get a better angle on him. He's awesome.
Shifting.
Hmm.
Dang it.
Skarsnik, warlord of
My lunch delivery did bail on me.
Asses.
You may want to rephrase that.
No.
Because
I'm
she
good.
might be listening.
Huh?
Because she might be listening.
Who?
My mom.
Oh. Well, I didn't know that was the person that was delivering your food. Oh,
Holy
Lord.
backtrack, Batman!
Got me.
At least I gave you a chance to take it back. Come on.
Buttheads. All of you buttheads.
That's why you love us.
Mm-hmm.
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 Yes.
You have no
Well-
idea what you just agreed to.
Okay.
I'm gonna clip it. I'm gonna clip it. Just gonna have him agreeing on recording.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Okay.
Do it, Nate. Do
I'm
it.
gonna
Do
make it a keybind on my computer.
My sarcastic. Mm-hmm. That's
Yes,
not gonna hold
yes.
up in court, folks.
Court of opinion, it will.
No, it won't.
Yeah.
Ah! They attacked
Already
me.
posted on Twitter.
That's a lot of dwarves.
You're orcs. It's inherently a threat.
That's a lot of. They've got a grudge thrower. I can take care of it. All right, we're gonna save.
Isn't that massively overpowered thing you had?
No.
What was the dwarf dude that you had that was so busted?
Oh, he's a different leader.
Oh.
All right. Told you I'd find a fight. It just kind of sort of happened to find me too.
Yeah, it's orcs. It's inevitable.
Well, no, I was going to siege their castle, but that's okay.
Well, you just gotta.
Ooh, the one good map in all of, like, this is the best map in the whole game. And I am on the winning side of this map. I have bridges.
British.
Bridges.
I was very off. Well, it wasn't too bad. You can still throw tea off of a bridge.
No, I have the bridges.
They can throw tea off of his bridges.
Yes.
Me is better than them. Let's scrap.
I don't know why Nate's being like subversively patriotic today.
September 11th.
It's in my vein.
You weren't born yet.
I was close.
What?
No.
No.
Too much.
3.
I was hoping you wouldn't realize.
I was incubating your little butt. I remember what it was.
You sure? I'm pretty sure it was Papa doing.
You may have been delivered by the stork or come out of a cabbage patch or.
Cabbage Patch is the weirdest.
That's
one
how
to me.
orcs seriously come from a cabbage patch.
Yes, they do.
Gretchens or Cabbage Patch Kids?
Yes.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. They're more like the garbage pail kids.
Garbage Pail Kids. The compost bin kids.
They're a fungus.
Yeah.
What else do I have? Okay, so I have the giant spider. And the... I'm going to leave these guys right here. All right. So they're going to come marching down my throat.
That sounds uncomfortable. Ben could probably take it.
Ben can take a lot.
I have 2 throats, though.
Wow.
Twice the efficiency.
Indubitably. Let's see, now my hope is they go down one side and I can, oh, hold on, actually. How fast can you go? Go. Go, Squiggies, go! You're supposed to be really, really fast.
I think
I need to get around so I can...
Moving fast. Running.
Come on, hurry up. You're getting caught up in their own units. Alright. Now, if I do this correctly, I can get behind and destroy those stupid grudge throwers before they start blasting the crap out of me. Okay. Run away. Run away, Squiggies. Run away. Flanking maneuvers.
Lads. Running.
Running! That's what he says over and over again.
Oh, we don't hear that bit.
Can't hear it?
Come on now.
Nope.
Let's fight.
Get him. Get the grudge thrower. Yeah, because those grudge throwers, basically the catapults, will annihilate my stuff.
Squish your little fungus guys.
Yep.
Hey, did you hear last night's stream, Nate?
What did he say? I couldn't
No?
hear him.
I had to think about it.
Where you were out playing with your friends and having fun and all that jazz?
Yes.
You missed it. Isaac was singing like all night.
Oh, what were you singing?
Everything.
Yes, get them. The squigs, they're so awesome. Kill them. Kill them now and kill them quickly.
The lads are ready.
So to you, the squigs are the giant, toothy, slobbering pit bull puppies of the 40K world, right?
Yes.
The lads are ready. Running. All right. Running. 5. Running.
Alrighty. I'm more than likely going to need these guys over here, not over there, because I've got one set of troops. And it looks like my squigs have handily taken care of the grudge throwers. And they will stay over there for just a little bit longer. And then I will slam them into the back of the... Hey, get back just a little bit there, bud. You're a little too far out. And...
Time to get stabby. Gotta kill him. Gotta kill.
All right. And here come the squigs.
They have a theme song.
They do indeed.
Moving fast.
We're going to war. We're going to war.
Moving fast.
Yep, exactly.
Running. Gobbo's rule. Gonna kill him.
Ah, I fell into the pit.
No, not the pit. The pit of despair.
No.
I think Nate fell into the bog of eternal stench.
Did he?
Yeah,
Now
pretty
it's time for the... Oh, he's got ranged. I didn't know that. But I'd rather use him in the fashion that a ginormous spider with stuff on its back eats people. Seems like a much better use of his skills.
That's literally the stuff of nightmare.
You are not wrong.
What are we doing?
You're going to come over here and get this guy who somehow got behind my troops. Why are you... Get out of that fight. You don't need to be in that fight. You are archers.
Have it. Let's have it. Running.
Come on, move it.
Make me.
Not you.
Swing up and
Nate says he likes to move it, move it.
I do.
We like to move it, move it. We like to move it, move it. We like to move it.
Now then, what's going on here? Goblins! Moving fast! Swing up and gonna kill 'em!
Planted and get drinking.
Moving fast! The lads are ready!
That was an evil laugh.
What?
Swing up and
I'm not complaining. I like it.
moving fast!
I mean, an evil life like that, you know, I would have to go to the vocal coach.
Really?
It's all
Why?
about the...
Ha-ha!
This stinks! Rip out
We're gonna make him
their
rewatch Dr. Horrible, aren't we?
Yes.
Let's have 'em! Gonna kill 'em!
I do despise the dwarves and their ability to constantly... Am I gonna win this fight? Yeah, it looks like it. So I do need some reinforcements over here, guys.
Moving fast!
I'm on my way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Got a screwdriver and an old Cadillac key fob.
There you go.
Bring it. And some disinfecting wipes. Nate, grab the carpet steamer. And the stapler.
Stapler obtained. Get the calculator. And the super glue.
Ooh. I will cyanoacrylate your butts together.
There we go.
Human centipede style?
Ew. You did not have to go there.
I
That's
did.
Gross.
I did have to. I had to go
That's
there.
gross.
That's
Oh,
what the stapler is for.
gross.
Stabber's ready! Moving fast! Gonna kill him!
I said go over here.
Fight!
Packing tape. We'll make a packing tape trap.
Swing up and running! Moving fast!
We have a
Time to get you
freak
guys
out.
out of there.
Get the sponges.
Not the sponges, man!
Oh, my squiggies died.
Oh.
Can't raid.
Nate, a moment of silence for the squiggies.
Oh, there's still some of them alive. They're not gone. They retreated.
Squig lives matter, man.
Squig lives do matter.
We're hold on, we're saluting.
Get going!
We will go eat lunch in honor of the fallen squigs.
We'll have fun.
At some point. At some point, we're waiting
Oh.
on someone to show up.
I thought you said she bailed on you.
We need reinforcements as well.
Mom had to go back home.
Okay.
She was in Knoxville for a little bit.
Get going!
Emails to make.
Yeah, she had a sudden appointment come up, so more
Shifting it!
important than her, most favorite daughter in the entire planet. Or
Hey, what
whatever.
about me?
Are you a daughter?
I can be.
You make
I
a
don't doubt that for
powerful
some reason.
woman.
I do.
Although he's got that
It's 2020
I identify as a jelly donut today.
Swing up
today.
Today.
I'm donut fluid.
Gross. That sounds so gross.
Donut fluid.
That's what they should call coffee.
I will drink my third cup of donut today.
Please, gobouts!
That's all a pumpkin spice latte is. It's just like pureed donut,
Liquid donut.
liquid donut.
That's what I drink coffee-wise in general.
You drink a coffee milkshake like Isaac.
I do.
Yes.
Goblins! Night goblins!
Ooh, hey, I'm.
Night goblins
I'm gonna
get
Let's fight!
no rest for the weary.
No rest for the weary. No rest for the wicked. I'm tired and evil and I just want to go to nap.
Sorry, that's not how it works.
Ah.
You can't have an evil nap.
It doesn't cancel out, like, parentheses, exponent, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. PEMDAS.
Through the transitive property of rest.
Yes.
Solve for rest.
I wish, man. I have yet to figure out how to solve for rest.
Warlord,
Why though?
that'd be good!
You see that this is like 3 coats of concealer,
What?
just so that I don't look like I've been like.
You see mine? It's being 18.
I'm kind of like, oh lord.
The lads are ready!
Took you a second.
See this? This is because
The arachnid's doing work though, man. I don't know that I'm gonna win this.
Very off context.
The spider thing. That's the dwarf spider, right?
No, that's my spider. Dwarves don't have spiders.
I don't know. Up, hold up.
Oh, wait, no.
I
Stop.
gotta do the thing. The phone did a thing, and then it didn't do a thing.
It blurred and then stopped.
Goblins! I'm the boss! Yeah!
Was intercepted.
Intercepted.
It's a sports ball team, correct?
Why would I know? I played golf.
You play golf?
I did. It was fun for a while. Then it got really, really boring.
As all
Because
golf
it's really-
does.
I was just paying a lot of money to take a walk.
Running!
Pretty walk. You could, hey, now you could drive the golf cart.
But I can drive a car now and just go to the park for free. Well,
You go to the driving range. That's
almost free. I have to pay for gas.
This stinks! Running!
He might be important what he's doing.
Knife him!
Is anything really important?
Yes. Many things are important.
Bacon.
Bacon is indeed
most-
important.
Oh, we have to go.
What
Yes.
order they
Yes.
take? Attack!
Have fun.
I have a plan!
Yes, you guys have a wonderful day.
Wrap 'em up!
Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
The lads are ready! I'll kill 'em all! This stinks! My dagger's ready! Get going! Goblins! Charge! What order they take? Nice one! Get going!
You know, I had them all breaking and then it didn't work. The humanity of it all. Hmm.
Get going! What order they takes? Ready! Stabbers ready! Charge! Wah! This stinks! Get going! This stinks! I'm the boss! Ready to scrap! Licking it! They're dead! Get them! I'm the boss! We is gobos!
We as gobos.
What order they takes? Wah! Stab, stab, stab!
Our clans will shun us.
Our clans will shun us.
Stay in the boot.
Oh, thank goodness for the spider.
Mark this day in the book.
He flung a dwarf. No one tosses a dwarf. I have been tossed.
Gobos rule! I'm the boss! Daggers out! Moving fast! The prodder's ready!
Do not shame your ancestors. Our clans will shun us.
There we go. Won it in the end. Hard fought victory. But I did win it. Woohoo! All thanks to the spider, by the way. The giant spider was indeed my savior in that one. I agree. Phoretic victory, but we're gonna eat the captives and replenish a bunch of our have a bunch of unit replenishment. But we're gonna have to run back too, because we are most definitely too heavily wounded to continue that fight. And what can you have? Yeah, sure. And more Mun-Muns. And now, did you make it all the way back to our territory? Any units of renown I can have? Oh, look, I got all sorts of new things. Crooked Chopper. Forest Swords. I have the Night Goblins. I have the Goblin Archers. Night Goblin Archers. They don't shoot as far, but I think they do more missile damage. 27. Oh no. These ones are better all around. And then I think I'll take the shielded Vanguard deployment, poison attacks. And what are these guys? These are armored and shielded, armor piercing, charge defense against all. Ooh, I like that. Crooked Choppers. Bloody Blade. I don't care about that. Elusive, we need his defense up a little bit. I think I'll take 2 of those as well. What are these? Goblin Spearman. Anti-large. Do I have an ant? These are armor-piercing Vanguard Stalk. I do need some ant. Oh, no, these are both anti-large, right? No, they're not. So I'll take 2 of those. Oh, I'm at 20. I want to. Why can I not merge these 2 units? Can I? What is going on? Okay. I will end turn then. Oh, gotta find some more research. For all orc infantry units. Oh wait, what about? Yeah, that's fine. Actually, no, I'm gonna choose that. All right. Spin the wheel one more time. And then we'll head back to the news, folks. It is now 12 o'clock. Perfect timing. I will extend it in a little bit into the 1 o'clock realm to make up for my lateness. So we get all of it in at the same time.
Supreme ruler of 8 peaks.
All right. There's my new archers units. Now, why can I not merge these things? That is so weird. Should be able to merge these units. Huh. Odd. And I will select go faster, campaign movement range. Yes, always. Alright. Back to the news, folks. Alright. So what we have here is we're talking about the fires in California, Oregon, and Washington. More than 3 million acres have burned in California, along with 3 of the 5 largest fires in the states. Still burning all at once. Along with huge swaths of Oregon and Washington, still much of the West is only entering its typical, the most active part of the region's fire season. To scientists, the fingerprints of global warming on these wildfires. And so so many other disasters from the fires that scorched Australia and the hurricanes that slammed into the U.S. are clear. And as devastating as they are, far worse disasters could be on the horizon. How bad it gets depends on what humans do to reduce heat-trapping gas emissions. All right, so there's the big thing: heat-trapping gas emissions. Okay, I could just about rip off the head of anybody. Okay, so let's explain something to you: how these heat-trapping gases are created. If you are unaware, we burn fossil fuels or coal. Mostly the reason why we create pollution is because we burn coal. Now, last time I checked, coal is made or recovered in one of 2 ways. We don't usually do the latter anymore. We don't burn wood down to coal and then burn the coals. However, and then the other way is to dig out all the old coal from previous burns. And, because Mother Nature makes coal. What I'm referring to, this is not science denying. I do not deny that the Earth is getting warmer. However, if you look at the temperature, you notice that they keep saying this, but they don't actually cite anybody. They're not citing people. Mitchell, for the director of the Pennsylvania State University Earth System Center. Science Center. Okay. From when? From what article? All this fun stuff. Right? By some measure, it's clear that dangerous climate change has arrived. Man said in response to email question from CNN. What man? Haha. They got me there. I do admit that. They got me there because I just thought it was a typo on their end. Dude's last name is Man. Sorry. It's a matter of how bad we're willing to let it get. Okay, so here's the thing. These giant wildfires, in a matter of days and weeks, have put more of that heat-trapping pollution into the Earth's atmosphere. And these are naturally occurring forest fires. These are things that have been happening forever. Not saying that we haven't contributed to it. I'm not saying that. But if the Earth was trying to rectify itself, don't you think it would find another way? Or maybe it can't. Maybe we've destroyed our world. Maybe it's all doom. No, you want people to click on your thing and make them scared. This is terrible. And in fact, as a whole, the globe went down 3 degrees over the last year and a half. Or whatever that 0.003, it's not a lot. But it's on the opposite end of the turn. So the Earth does not travel around the sun in a perfect circle. The Earth gets closer and farther away, not only by season as it travels each cycle during, the year, but also in a whole. The orbit of it changes between a longer one and a farther one way. That's why we have ice ages and warm-ups, and ice ages and warm-ups. Throughout the world's history, and this is going by ice cores from Antarctica and the North Pole and all that fun places, there is physical evidence that the Earth is warmer for long swaths of time and then colder for others. For instance, the dinosaurs could not survive in our climate in the places where they survive now. Now, are you going to tell me that dinosaurs don't exist? Well, they do. I don't know whether or not we got the put them togethers right. That's for people who look at animal bones. I have no idea. There's that whole argument as well. But it doesn't matter because they lived in a climate that was not around the equator, mind you, around the entirety of the Earth was even hotter than it is now. Like, I want to say it was like the lowest temperature was in the 80s over the entirety of the Earth, other than like at the poles. So, why do we think that doesn't happen over and over again? Why do we think our little blip in time is the end be all of how the Earth functions? The Earth was here long before us and will be here long after us. Be it because it gets so hot that our little, maybe our little help in the old pollution range causes the entire world to burn and we all die. Well, it'll come again where the Earth rotates around and it gets cold again to the point where all the way up to, I want to say it's like in the Dakotas range, like at around the 28th parallel, the 26th, the 28th, 26th parallel, somewhere around there, where giant swaths of glacial ice cover the landscape. Well, if we're still around then, do we say, oh, this is global cooling? This is our fault. We've created a barrier of heat prevention. Or are we just dumb? Do we think we know something that we don't know? And do we think we know that because somebody, somewhere, wanted us to believe this? It's a little conspiracy theory. I don't go this route very often, but this is one thing that I'm 100% sure of through, common sense, looking at the lifespan of the world. You don't have to be a scientist to understand this. The world might have been warming over the past few decades, but if you remember, we at the beginning of the 19th century just got out of a mini ice age where the world was significantly cooler. Where, like Maine and all those places were uninhabitable because there was nothing but ice on the ground. And this was earlier in in like the 1800s. You didn't live up there. It was nothing but snow and ice. Canada was a desolate tundra. Now it's a taiga. Okay. Well, it was always a taiga. It's just the tundra took over. If you don't know the difference between those two things, one has trees, one doesn't. Is the biggest gist of it. And so a tundra is more or less a desertous feel to it because no plant life lives. However, the plant life is in the ground. And as the world warms, those places grow trees. Well, you don't have the kind of... there was an article in Alaska where they were talking about how like all these places have massive tree growth over the past few years because of and they're saying, oh, this is because of global warming. This is terrible. No. So that massive tree growth didn't just all of a sudden happen. All those plants, all those seeds, all that stuff was already there, waiting for the ice to recede. That means that the Earth has done this before. And the fact that people don't make these two connections in general, why scientists, like the people we're supposed to admire and listen to, that they don't even look at the simple fact that the best way I can put it, that the earth makes what almost seems like a miracle happen in tree growth, things like that. Going, I wonder how that can happen, because there's not a billion birds crapping seeds everywhere in Alaska. There are birds in Alaska, but there's not a billion, like finches and stuff running around crapping all over the ground to make new trees. That's not how it works. And they're conifers. Conifers only reproduce, not only, but for the most part only reproduce from fires. That's why pine cones don't open up right away. The seeds are designed to come out when there's a fire. They're sheltered in the pine cone, covered in all the pine coney goodness. And then when that happens, the seeds go out, lay on the ground, and new trees are formed. This is Mother Nature's way of making sure that there aren't old, diseased trees in a forest. This is not hard. Like the thought processes aren't even difficult to understand. Once you know like the basics of how a conifer tree works, is the seeds lay there on the ground, gets soaked in after because inevitably after a fire there's a rain, because it's created a heat vortex, and a low pressure system will come in and rain on it. That's every year in Oregon around mid October, late September timeframe. It pours ass rain down for the simple fact that it's bedding what should be soot, but we've stopped the fire. For this, we've gone out of our way to disrupt the fire portion because we build homes in pretty places that have lots of cool trees. Well, I understand that, and I love the trees as much as the next person, especially conifers, because they're the only damn tree that doesn't kill me in allergies, except for junipers. They can all burn. Yes, they can. They can all burn, and I will not be upset by it. Every last one of those damn trees. Problem is, when they burn, new ones pop up. More of them than there was before. Coincidence? I think not. So, if you're stupid enough to think that these fires and all this is all tied to global warming, then you, sir, need to go reevaluate your life and drive your electric car for 50 miles and then sit for 18 hours while it recharges. Because that's the world you've divided. And, just so you know, your green car, it produces more toxins than my gasoline car. Because it takes far more electricity, which you burn coal for, to charge that battery than my car does in 50 trips. Yes, you are dumb. Solar panels are devastating to both countries and to people. The process of getting the materials for solar panels is disturbing. It's worse than coal mines in the late 1800s and the early 1900s. People die every single day trying to get you your stupid panels that produce their own set of heat sinks. So, I talked about it the other day. Solar panel fields create microclimates due to refraction of the sunlight. It actually makes it hotter. It contributes in a significant way to the global warming that you're so afraid of. There are fields in Arizona, large swaths of these things, where it gets over 200 degrees around these things. Okay? That is insane. That is just the ground. And all that is in a semi-refractive state which means it goes right back up into the sky, too. It means you're doubling up what the sun does every single day. If you don't think that has an impact on the global's overall, the globe temperature, you're wrong. And despite you doing that stupidity, and us burning fossil fuels and doing all this, the Earth is still getting colder over the last year. Yes, you're wrong. It's time to give it up. So that's my rant on that one. Now, as far as the fires go, my heart goes out to all those who lost their homes, all those who lost loved ones. It is terrible. Average temperature in California. Huh, that's weird. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. 1960 to 1980. Huh. That's so strange. It sure does look like an up and down pattern. Now, I get what they're trying to show here. That it goes, oh, look, we're almost to the same point. Little bit, not quite as high. Here in 18, according to this, because they had the most sophisticated measuring devices in 1875 or something like that, or 1868. But look, it's almost the same as where we're at now. And then it keeps going, gets a little bit lower, goes back up again in that mini ice age I was referring to. Is right here, and it goes kaboom! And it stays down, and then it catches back up. This is the cycle of our planet, folks. Deal with it. You're literally proving it in this graph that you think is proving the opposite. Yes, it climbed. Now, you have it only back to 1860. Well, why? If you have the technology to understand what happened in 1860, which I don't understand how you do, but I'm going to use your information. So, at what point do you realize that it evened out? That you're going back and forth between all these things. And I like how they put dots in weird places over here to confuse you from this dot up here. Well, this is the actual temperature. This is where they put the dot. Odd, don't you think? Maybe they're selling their own narrative to themselves even. Anyway, I'm going to lay off that one. All right. 12:26. Let's check back in the Orkdom. We will... Oh, I got another level up. I thought I did that already. Oh, he looks like he got another one. And don't worry about that. Gutter fighter, melee. Weapon strength in general, up 5%. I do agree with that. We will spin the wheel. Get ourselves some more frontline troopies. Is this stuff considered... Oh, I can't move it now. Come on, let's get the gobos going. Going, gobos. Ah. There we go.
Skarsnik, warlord of 8 peaks.
Well, let's... Do we want to stay here? Actually, yeah, I will
I'm gone.
Go up here and enter. Is this the one that? Oh no. Oh well. Slow recovery on that. We will. Why can't I? Oh, because I'm at 20. Well, since I can't put you together, I'm gonna boot you.
I'm a schemer. I got plans.
This dude was useless.
What?
These guys are allowed to recover. Can I? No, of course not. We will boot you.
Who needs killing?
All right. We need some of the goblin spearmen. And what else did we have? Is that it? I think I want these guys too. And I will boot you as well.
You want schemes? I got schemes.
No, you have the most. I will boot you as well.
Lots of plans.
That, and then one more of these. Okay, that should do it. End the turn. I don't know if we'll be able to get. Well, I want to get into another fight, but the dudes over there behind me are quite adamant about building multiple armies. Around and round it goes. Oh, it was on fast forward. Yeah, they get another stack full of dudes. How we
Goblins
doing over
angry.
here? Alright, so you can be upgraded again. Where are my squigs coming from? More munmuns. And more growth. We will wait one more turn and see what kind of fun we can get into. Again, I don't think we're going to get to another fight during this before I get back to the news. What are you doing, Clan Pestilence? Besides, I gotta get me some lunch myself. 15, yeah, I will take that.
Going.
Then I'm gonna come over here.
Supreme
Oh
ruler
man, he
of
just keeps
kings.
leveling up. He doesn't though. He just keeps on leveling. Ooh, he has a giant wolf now. Ooh, very good. We'll do precise again. All right. Awesome. Let's see if we can't coax them out. I'm back in their territory, and we're gonna raid them. Actually, have a higher. Oh, my ears. I want more squiggies. Feral wyvern. What happens if I kick you?
I'm tricky.
Oh, they're still not available. Darn. Why not? Cannot recruit. This unit is unlocked from it. Oh, okay. What do I get for it? Big Daddy Trophy. Where's that at? Where's Big Daddy Trophy? Big Daddy Warg. I think it would be on this. Wolf breeding. No. Spider Claw. Ooh, 20 turns before I get that. On second thought. Somebody else see it? Big and better bosses. Okay, did I misread it? Maybe I misread it. I'll do a global recruit if I can't get to it anyway. What is it? Unlocked the Biga Trophy from a successful call to war. Oh, okay, I know how that works. I have to call to war for this stuff. Ooh, I want this one though. Okay, so I will do a global recruitment then, because I am a dum-dum. How's my front line looking? My front line looks really good. I want something else. Different kind of unit. Like, fire kobold. Odd. I don't know what those are. Yeah, we'll just do another one of these guys. 2 turns of... Oh, go away. That's okay. I'm hoping by raiding this area that they will come and fight me. I don't know if it'll work or not. Or if I'll just gain gold. Either way, I'm okay with this. Because it pushes the wall, too. If I'm just sitting here raiding them. I need a second settlement. Boom. Now this one is considered hard as far as the rating of it goes. Like all the different factions have different ratings. This one is considered hard. And if I lose and die, then I lose and die. My life will continue, and I will be okay with this. Oh man, faction already destroyed. Get some.
I got me brother.
Alright, we'll go back to the news then. Alright, so top Medicaid officers racked up $3.5 million in consulting charges and billed to all taxpayers. Alright, the person in charge of providing health care for low-income Americans spent several $million of taxpayers' monies on furthering her own career, a congressional investigation has found. Seema Verma, the administrator of a Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services and a member of the Coronavirus Task Force, racked up $3.5 million in consulting charges, events cost, and other things that developed her connections with the Republican Party Politico reports via the investigation set to publish Thursday that include nearly 3,000 in girls' night parties, about 1,000 to place an op-ed with Fox News, and a dozen more lineup items from Verma was cut off last year. Politico first reported Verma's excessive spending in March 2019, and her contact with the consulting firm Nigerian Strategies were soon cut off. But Politico sparked English language. Sparked a congressional probe into the contacts. Investigation shifted 1,000 pages. Verma's emails, billing records, and all in told, it was $3 million over 2 years in the Trump administration. Handpicked communications consultants used to promote advertisements, blah, 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 blah. Among the charges, investigators found that spent $115,000 with one consultant who tried to broker conversations between and well-known Verma and well-known Washington reporters. So, the point that they're trying to make in Yahoo News is that this person, deplorable and unfathomably terrible as she is, it was all due to Trump. Now, that's a bunch of BS. If you think Trump has handle on every single person's spending, or that his administration can go through every single person's thing, then you are insane. It's not Trump's fault. But once he found out about it, boy howdy, he cut her off and kicked her the fuck out, didn't he? Why? Because he's not for this. This is not what he wants. They don't state that. Now, this woman, her just getting kicked out of the, and an investigation being brought up over the $3 million over 2 years. Yeah, so this woman should be charged and put in jail because she paid herself to shoot an e-care video. She paid herself $13,856 for like a 30-second video. And $450 for a makeup artist. I don't care about that. Makeup artist charges what a makeup artist charges. But all in told, she gave herself this $13,000. I wish I could just randomly give myself that. Oh, and another $3,400 for her consulting fees. This woman is terrible. This woman should be tried with treason because she stole $3.5 million from taxpayers. She is supposed to be a public servant. Howdy, Bex. We're back on the news. She says, I am back for a few. Oh, you're back on the Discord too. Hello.
Yeah,
you're actually on lunch now, aren't you?
I'm dispatched back to normal office, and I only have a few minutes, so.
You were dispatched back to here, huh? Or back to there?
Yeah, that's supposed to be my lunch break, driving back.
Oh, goody. But, so this woman, she's a terrible woman. Yahoo is a terrible news organization because they tried to make it seem like it was Trump's fault somehow, which in no way, shape, or form is he going to go over every single financial statement from every single organization himself. The man would have to be a robot. He'd have to be Data from Star Trek for that to work. Skin color's close to correct, but he is not Data. What?
Every organization has some form of oversight. I mean, that's just how it goes. Even, like, my mom does stuff for the Red Cross. What she does is goes back and analyzes all of the reports and everything to make sure that stuff was allocated correctly. There's always some sort of oversight. She just got caught.
Yeah. And the moment she did, she was booted out, kicked over, charged with things, or put under investigation. No charges. Yeah.
And this should have been caught a lot sooner.
Well,
especially spending, like, government spending is so tightly regulated.
No, it's not.
And a lot of places it really is. I've worked on government contracts before, and I had to fill out a purchase order for every freaking little thing.
Yes, you have to fill out a purchase order. I am sure, 100% sure, that when she did the $3,000 girls' night, she probably filled out the proper paperwork for that to happen, for a business dinner. The fact that she was stupid enough to call it a girls' night, or if that was in the paperwork, then, because I'm sure she's not the one who fills out the paperwork, right? She's the head honcho. She tells person B to fill out the paperwork. Person B got sick and tired of her doing this and put girls' night party. That led dude C, wherever he was, I don't remember where he was at, the dude who figured it out.
The auditor person.
Yeah, I thought they had his name in here. They may not. They may have just mentioned that. Anyway, doesn't matter. The guy who figured it out, he came, he was going through, he was auditing the paperwork like he always does, but instead of saying $3,000 business lunch with yada, 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 this is what popped up, which made him go, maybe this isn't a business lunch, which probably led him to digging into more deeply, because that dude oversees all of Medicaid. Or that section of it. Oversees all of the Medicaid budgets, like spending. That's a lot of things to go through. So he's looking for what they call red flags. Okay? Business lunch for $3,000 doesn't even scratch the surface of what considered. The $3,000 doesn't hit anything. Because $3,000 for a business lunch could be anywhere between 2 people and 50 people. She's trying to do something for a Medicaid thing. A large group of people trying to get, what do you call those things? Donations and things like that to Medicaid and Medicare and, promote this, promote that. That could be a large amount of people. $3,000 is not that much when it comes to, giving out a large amount of food, people, hiring people to cater it, yada, 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 right?
Yeah, if she was having a major fundraiser,
Right. And that may very well been
$3,000 in order to get a bunch of money back, that would be okay. That's
right.
This is how that works. You have a venue, you have caterers, you have all kinds of stuff you have to do. Usually
exactly. My point is when she files the paperwork for that, instead of putting girls' night, she puts fundraiser or something that, like, I'm not defending what she did. I'm defending the person who didn't catch it for 4 years or 3 years while she was head of the Medicaid. Because that dude, in no way, shape, or form, did anything wrong. He was following his guidelines. He's not, Christopher Walking. Ha! The dude who speaks with a robot voice. I can't remember his name. No. But, now all I can think about is Christopher Walken. Anyway.
It's not a bad thing.
But yeah, so he was just doing his normal go through. And the reason why I know you said that, like, so you're like, I've worked in, government fundings and things like that at a state level. She's at a federal level. I can tell you for a fact, when I worked in the support section in Italy, spending $3,000, that's a cable. That's one cable for one testing equipment. That doesn't even make a blip. There are pieces the size that you can hold in your hand that cost over $163,000. This is simply to test the bomb activation capability on an aircraft pylon. Now, don't get me wrong. Really good to have a part that works. Only one person makes it. They're going to charge you out the wazoo because if you don't have that, your bomb don't drop, your plane go boom. Right? But my point is $3,000 on a statement is nothing to the federal government. The old saying from what was that movie? Independence Day. $3,000 for a toilet seat, $4,000 for a hammer. Well, for all you know, that's a very specific hammer. Get my point?
Right. I understand special.
But I'm just saying, like, his looking over
specialized equipment and all that, and I'm sure she had massive amounts of normal spending, and all this was just kind of hidden away. But,
right.
Yeah.
She did do terrible things.
It bothers me when people do stuff.
Yeah, and she's a terrible person, and I hope she gets locked up for a very long time. But in no way, shape, or form is Trump or the person who usually oversees the Medicare, Medicaid people are they at fault for this because they are the ones who eventually found it. And they found it because more than likely this Girls Night
I'm
Out
sure she
was
wasn't
somebody
like,
doing the
hey,
right thing.
I'm going to spend.
Huh?
Well, it's not like embezzlers go out and say, oh, well, I'm going to spend this next $15,000 just on myself. No, I mean, she did a good job of covering her tracks. They're just having to dig through all this stuff. It's probably a forensic accountant involved, which is actually a super cool profession.
Yeah, once you get flagged, the wolves come out. The people who, the supervisors of the people who pour over millions of things finally start getting involved. Those are the people with the actual brains, and they figure out stuff real quick. But yeah, so that's my spiel on that. It's not the dude's fault. It's not Trump's fault. It is definitely 100% this terrible human being's fault. And why is she wearing that scarf? It looks stupid. Sorry. All right. Let's see if we can't get into a fight on the other side. And we'll go into our last two things here in a minute. We will run the turn. Bex, if you have to go, we will see you next time. Thank you for all your infield work, letting us know about the coffee shortage at Z-Bart and the moving that's going on there.
What about it?
What?
There?
I couldn't hear you. You're breaking up. We're having a hard time hearing you down there. I know it's terrible not having coffee. Yeah, you're gargling out real bad.
It's terrible not having coffee.
I can't.
Really?
Yeah. You need to stop. You sound like a robot trying to have sex with a toaster. Once you get back to good internet, give us a call back. Oh, well, he jumped down there.
Schemes. I got schemes. Sounds like a good idea. I'm out here. A scheme worthy of Skarsnik. Skarsnik, warlord of eight.
Hey, he finally leveled up. Alright, Nasty Squigs. What does this do? Melee attack for Squig units. Charge bonus for Squig units. Beta Night Sneakin'. Night Goblin units. I'm already replacing them, though. Definitely do the Squig one. And we'll get the Blade Master in there. So he can do a little more damage. See if moving forward a little gets him to jump back to me. And we'll have ourselves a little fisticuffs. Oh, sneaky dude. Sorry, bud. Not gonna happen.
Skarsnik, I like a good plan. I'm off.
He tried to run around me there and catch me at the unawares. Let's see if he still goes through with the attack. He more than likely won't. Ooh, fun stuff going down over there. The Humies are in battle with the Red Horn tribe. I don't know why this Skaven unit is following me around. This. Okay. He tucked tail and ran.
You need me?
Alright. Oh, Red Horn tribe destroyed.
Lots of plans. Right then, let's do it.
No.
Sounds like a good idea. Plotting and scheming.
Man, this dude just levels up constantly. He's going to be good. And, leadership bonus.
Don't mess with me. What's your message?
Apparently they declared war on me. Okay. Who is this? That's a lot of pikemen. We will save there. Hold on, what time is it? It is almost 1 o'clock, folks. So this is where we will pick up on the battle. We'll start off our day on Monday with this battle. How does that sound? That'll be what we're gonna do. We're gonna finish up the news here real quick. Would like to fight that battle, but I think it's better left because it's gonna be kind of a grindy battle. All right, Brazilian government officials and experts on isolated Amazon tribes was killed by an arrow as he approached an indigenous group he was seeking to shield. That name, 56, I'm not going to try and say it. Real San Francisco, there we go. 56, spent his career in the government indigenous affairs agency working to set up reservations to protect uncontacted tribes. On Wednesday, as he moved close to the Hitheroto uncontacted indigenous group, he was hit by an arrow above the heart in the forest near the Iriu. Woo woo. that almost feels like it's a joke. Reservation in western Brazilian state of Rondônia. Rondônia? Yeah, Rondônia. Sure. I don't know the Brazilian language. Near the border of Bolivia. He cried out, pulled the arrow from his chest, ran 50 meters, and collapsed lifeless. A policeman who accompanied the expedition said in an audio recording posted on social media. An NGO that San Francisco helped fund in the 1980s said the indigenous group had no ability to distinguish between friend and foe from the outside world. Indigenous people in Brazil are under increasing threat from invasion by illegal land grabbers, loggers, and gold miners. Emboldened by the politics of the far-right President Jair Bolsonaro, who wants to develop the Amazon and reduce the size of indigenous reservations. We are feeling bewildered by so many deaths in Brazil that no longer respecting indigenous rights, said Cardiozo, whatever, a friend of San Francisco. I'm not going to read that. Yeah, that if you want to read that, support the Guardian thing. That's up to you. So, kind of ironic, sad nonetheless. The dude spent his life trying to do what he thought was right, regardless if you agree with him or don't. All right, I am back. Sorry, we seem to be having power issues here. We have some construction going on over by the overpass, so assuming that has something to do with it. Are we back to being live? Let's check out. Apparently this happened earlier too, and I just didn't notice that time because my lights didn't flicker, but enough of the power went out that it killed my internet and I wasn't paying attention. Home, home. Says I'm reconnected. Everything seems to be working. Yeah, says I'm live now. Okay. Weird. Sorry about that. It is just a day to be plagued with problems from YouTube and everything else. But, alright, so here we go. We have, so he spent his whole, I don't know where we cut off at, actually. I read this already. I think that got on there. But, we have, he spent his whole life trying to do what he thought was right. And regardless if you agree with him or don't, he was doing what he thought was right. That's the best way I can put that. So if you're from Brazil and you fall on the lines that Brazil needs to be developed, and you know the weird little tribes, they either have to conform or go away. I mean, I get it. It's the the 21st century. It's time to stop trying to babysit people who are still in the the Stone Age. Bows and arrows only. I understand it. Do I agree with it? Sort of, kind of, not really. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it, so I don't have no opinion on it per se, I guess. Do I think the rainforest itself needs to be protected? Yes. Do I think people who live in the rainforest need to be protected? They're still human beings. Their lives need to be protected, but if they're being aggressive or things like that, kind of like what happened here, where I understand they want to keep their way of life, and I respect that. I really do. But maybe, now, it's stated in here, from those groups threatening them, like basically going out and stealing their land. That's not okay. If the government stepped in and said, hey, you can keep your lifestyle, you can do all the things. We're just gonna have to move you because this area, we just need it for something else. To a degree, I don't fault the government for that if they actually need it. Now, whether or not you agree with President Dingleberry from Brazil, whether or not you actually need it, that's a different story. That's not anything I have enough information about to understand or know. I've never really looked into it. So I have no real opinion on that. I do have opinion on the irony that occurred here and the travesty that occurred here. The man did good things throughout his life. He's 56 years old. He wasn't, he was probably pretty healthy, seeing how he traipsed through the jungle all the time. He probably had malaria, though. I don't know. And by the way, every single year for a disease that nobody talks about, that we have actually no, full-on cure for, malaria kills more people than COVID-19 could ever. It is the number one, if I'm not mistaken, it overtook heart disease later this year. Or earlier this year, sorry. As far as overtime number one killer. So, your little COVID-19 thing is stupid. Cure malaria. Fuck the coof. Anyway, that's still what they do is irritating to me with the coof stuff. But yeah. So, but it sucks. It's kind of ironic though, in a dark way, a dark humor way. It is kind of like, hey, I'm here to help you, Plank. Oh, you know, in a dark way, it's funny. It is a tragedy nonetheless. Not all things that we find mildly funny are good things. So dark humor there a little bit. Okay, so I don't have a whole lot of opinion on that. I just thought it was kind of ironic, and I got the tip from Bex on that one. She thought that would be kind of a neat thing to look into. So there's that. Now we have the lucky dog who found him swimming 135 miles from the Thai coast. That dog swam forever. This is awesome. When you're working on an oil rig in the middle of the ocean, you expect to see the occasional whale, dolphin swimming by, but a stray dog, not so much. Yeah, that one's new, I bet. I bet you don't see that too often. You don't see Fido, flopping around in the middle of the deep, deep ocean alive nonetheless. Like the fact that he didn't get eaten by a shark or another, aquatic prey or predator is amazing. That's exactly what members of Chevron crew spied struggling in the water off the Gulf of Thailand, 135 miles from coast of Songkhla. The fuzzy brown pup, first spotted by offshore planner Pela, whatever, people in these names today, was clearly in distress. I thought that if he didn't move quickly, I would not be able to help him, he told CNN. As the rescue efforts continue, the water was becoming increasingly choppy, which if you've ever seen underneath those oil rigs, it gets real choppy for some. It's got something to do with like the way the poles disrupt the normal water flow. They get really bad underneath there. It's quite, especially once there's any kind of wind. It's pretty serious. Was becoming choppy. Several attempts to reel the dog failed. The crew feared it would be swept back out to sea, but the pooch managed to keep his tenuous hold on the platform. That's what you see here. He's kind of like leaned himself up against the pylon. His eyes were so sad. He just kept looking up, just like he wanted to say, "Help me." Finally, the workers were able to secure the dog with a rope harness and pull him to safety. By then, he was understandably shaken and exhausted. After cleaning him up, giving him fresh water and food, the crew named him Boonrod. Boonrod, huh? I'm assuming that's got something to do, which means he has done good karma. Huh. And that helped him survive. That's a lot of meaning for Boonrod. Whatever. Boonrod was identified as an aspen, a breed native to the Philippines. No one knows exactly how he came to be in the water so far offshore, although the post speculated he most likely fallen from a fishing trawler. Yeah, that's what I would kind of expect too. The fact that the guys didn't go back for him is kind of messed up. Finally, where was I? Boonrod, nope, I read that already. On April 15th, after 2 days of recuperation, Boonrod was sent by boat to the mainland, where he received veterinary care before being transferred to an animal shelter. Oh, they didn't keep him? That sucks. A vessel transporting the dog arrived on shore at 10 a.m. Pela posted to his Facebook page his overall condition has improved. He's getting stronger and can smile. But the plucky pup's good luck didn't stop there. Paylaw had become so attached to Boonrod, he vowed that if no one claimed ownership, he'd adopt the dog himself. Because he was on duty, Paolo had to wait 10 days before being reunited with his best friend. Since no owner had come forward, Boonrod was made an official member of his family on the spot. Much to their mutual delight. So, just a good all-around story there with that. I'm glad he has a family. He does look very sad. With the big old floppy ears. Love the big floppy ears. I love puppos. Anyway, so that's the good news. Now, let's leave with another video here. Let's see what else is, if there's, yeah, I've already seen this one. With another funny video before I lend you off for the day. Nope, we're not going to watch that. No, that's not funny. Oh. It has funny music. Oh, haha! He's... Aww. According to the staff, the particular bear caught on surveillance footage is a frequent visitor. Yeah. That's not funny though. Cool story.
This is George. He's turned.
No. I want funny. Not funny. Okay. Kid with mixing stuff. This gotta be funny. Okay, not funny.
Yo, I'm Lodge and welcome.
Come on. Want something funny. That's just mean. Oh, I saw this one the other day. This is a pile of stupid.
Here you go.
First of all, bears shouldn't have sweets like that. Brave dude, I'll give him that. But see, here's the thing about bears. They're compliant as long as you're feeding them. But on the off chance you stop feeding them and they are still hungry, you are as equally delectable to that bear as that cookie. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Sorry about all the technical problems. We are at 1:15 p.m. You guys have a wonderful day, and we will see you Monday for our next installment of Total War Today. We will start it off with, again, a funny video. Hopefully I can find one. New York Post is actually really good about having those. I do commend them for that. Not always buying into the stupid. We will have our battle here come first thing Monday morning. Tonight we have guest player on Don't Starve, Little V, or Little Virus. So check him out on YouTube. Check him out here, and we're gonna jump on there. We're gonna have some fun. A little bit back and forth Discord there with him. It'll be a good time. First time Loot Goblins has ever had a guest star, so it's gonna be fun. Trying to work on some more of that guest star stuff. There is some behind the scenes stuff that we got going on with that. I hope it pans out. I don't know if it will, but we also have Sunday. I am on a torture quest through Wasteland 3. It's a fairly good game. It has some extremely terrible things to make fun of the whole time. I will be streaming it for 9 hours. It'll be my first long stream I've ever done. So come check us out. Make fun, tell jokes. JC, one of our frequent flyers on the channel, said he'll be there. He came up with some pretty good jokes last night. So bring your jokes. Listen to me laugh, because I know it's funny to hear me do it. I'll make funny voices. I'll sing terribly. I'll get bored. I'll eat food on the channel, because that's 9 hours. I'm going to get hungry at some point during that. But it's going to be a blast. So that'll be from 3 p.m. till 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you live on the West Coast, it won't really be nighttime. It'll be during your day. If you live on the East Coast, well, when you get done with dinner, you can come make fun of me and listen to me in my very probably tired state at that point. I also have plans to do a 24-hour stream later on this year. I don't know exactly when I'm going to do that. I was going to save it for a... I'm trying to do it at an exact number, probably like once we get 100 subs or something to that degree. I'm going to let you guys decide what game I play. I believe Ben and Nate want to torture me with some Minecraft during that. They also talked about Halo, but I'm going to have to get paid money to play Halo because I despise Halo. But they're going to torture me with some Minecraft, according to them, during that stream. I will leave it up to the viewers down below. I'm going to start the process once I get 100 subs. On the Loot Goblins channel. I will then proceed to put up a straw poll to find out what games we get to play during that. Now, it's going to be 24 hours. It's going to be fun. I will probably go mad with the inability to sleep. I will have several Red Bulls, so you'll hear me go through stages of very fast speaking to be tied down with people, and then with the inevitable downturn where I talk very slowly and I'm tired. But thank you guys so much. Remember, like, share, subscribe. If you like my content, tell me why. If you don't like it, tell me how I can improve. Thank you guys so much. And remember, 9 o'clock tonight, we have the joint stream. It'll be fun. See you guys around. Hopefully the internet behaves.